Hello, everyone, and welcome to ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series here on the Initiative Order. I am your Gridmaster Arc, or Arc-like Court, and joined with me today are all 6 of my wonderful Rangers, ready to get into this epic battle. It's so great. I'm so excited. And let's have everybody introduce themselves, what Ranger they play, so we could jump right into tonight's excitement. And we will start with Alec.
Hello everyone. I am Alec the Bard, and I play Peter, the Red Ranger. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. Brandon.
Hello, it is I, Brandon O'Brien, poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago, and tonight I'm playing Marcia Ambrose, the pink ArcaKnight Ranger.
Yeah. Javante.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Javante, your resident TTRPG goblin, and I play Dior, the Black Arcanite Ranger.
Krimsin.
Hey y'all, I'm Krimsin Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin, and I'm playing Gina, the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah. Hama.
What's good? It's your boy, Hama Samakun. Your favorite content creator who does things on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and I was going to say Twitch again because that's what I was literally just doing before I got here. I'm playing Schrodinger, the Cheshire Phantom Sad Boy Ranger.
And our wonderful tech ranger of the evening, Pluto.
Pluto, I am playing Frankie Oliver, the temporary blue space ranger.
And I, once again, am your Gridmaster Arc, or Arc-like Court. Find me all over the internet at Arc-like Court. Let's go ahead and jump into tonight's action-packed episode of ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series. Where we last left off with our ArcaKnights, they had just gathered within the center courtyard of the now raised above Angel Grove Castle Camelot, teleported there by Professor Billy Cranston, now one of the Necronites. With Billy Cranston was also Peter's father, Roger, Marcia's bodyguard as a child, Barrett, Valsa, the Aquatarian refugee and very, very, very close friend of Dior's, and a clone, new body, new form of Dior, standing with all of them, calling out that darkness would befall all of Angel Grove. Frankie had been given the blue Space Ranger powers by Schrodinger and sent into the lower levels of Angel Grove to help protect the citizens alongside 4 of the ArcaKnights that had been teleported through time when Peter was sent back. They faced a gathering of smoke, demon-like creatures within the courtyard, and once whisking it all away, a large spell circle appearing within the center revealed their red ArcaKnight Ranger in his new Arthurian paladin form, holding Excalibur and Caliburn in his hands. But before we get to the outpouring smoke from the other doorways leading into the battlefield, Schrodinger, participating in the battle, the stone falling away from under your feet, leading you to fall from that second-story balcony to the lower levels of Camelot. You readied yourself, stood again to actively participate and help the ArcaKnights in their continued battle. And in the moment that Peter reappeared on the battlefield, in this fraction of a second, your mind is pulled from your body. You are back next to the matron of the Morphing Grid. Something has changed, my sweet knight. And I believe you should see it.
Show me.
She places one hand around your shoulders, resting it across. The other outstretches in front of you, and you see the timeline of the Morphing Grid. The fractalized points, the breaking ways, the different universes and dimensions that the Rangers exist in. And it slowly pulls in to a singular timeline. Your timeline. And you see the end start to back away. Light starting to pull, that line starting to deteriorate and fall apart. You then see the new nexus point of the ArcaKnights, where before it was Peter taking the book within the power chamber, discovering the ink, and beginning his fall and rise as the dark overlord of the world. And as Peter opens the book, the pages fall until a few before the last page states in old handwriting, the Rangers of 2023, known as the ArcaKnights, will have all that they will need to succeed and save the world. And if the Red Ranger were to fall to darkness, it would be bound and taken away from him. And in that moment, a gout of smoke, purple, black, gold, pulls from that Peter's form into the book, almost being destroyed and taken away completely. Dior rushing to his side, gathering the book, looking over it, seeing that the handwriting on that page was Peter's own handwriting. But as if it had been written several hundred years before they had ever become Rangers. The Red ArcaKnight never fell to darkness. You were never put in the position of being attacked by the draconic Draugr. You were never gathered by Marcia and taught the ways of the Morphing Grid and of magic. You were never given the looking glass by the fully automatized Dior to step into the Morphing Grid to become the Phantom Ranger. Feel the hand squeeze at your shoulder. Try not to be as involved. but I don't want you to leave.
Be involved with the fight or with all of this? Because did I just watch my timeline fall apart? Because I keep all my stuff there.
She turns you to face her. She places her hands onto your cheek. I try not to get involved with the lives of Rangers, to change them or interact with them. But my sweet, sweet boy, even with that changing, I would be alone without you. And you see that timeline progress, reforming as a thread pulls from her dress, connecting that timeline, showing the ArcaKnights succeed, defeating the Dread Hollows, bringing back Flamel, reestablishing balance to the Morphing Grid. And in choosing their successors, Frankie chooses you.
Yes.
And you become an ArcaKnight. And through learning from Dior, create the Looking Glass. And still step into the Morphing Grid. And still become her Phantom Ranger.
I think I think Schrodinger just kind of sits with that for a bit, watching everything that he knows disappear and then reform into this new, better timeline, I guess. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do from here. I mean, I could go back to the Megaforce Rangers and just like bother them for a bit, but like I feel like there's probably some stuff I should take care of here first.
Think you be the sweet boy that came to me the first time and finish helping them succeed. But no, I'll be waiting for you to return. Be nicer to Peter.
Okay, I was with you until that, but like, I'll try, I guess. Do I get a power up from it? Do I get like a power of friendship kind of thing if I don't annoy Peter as much?
You can be the first to have my love. As she kisses your forehead. And your vision pulls back and you're standing and Peter's now there as the full Arthurian paladin form of the Red ArcaKnight Ranger. And you see a bit of energy starting to gather around Dior. Something ready to be tapped into.
I just look up into the sky and just like, okay, so he gets a new form. Is my love like a type of gun or something? And I just like reach out to do this like Dior thing.
You reach out towards Dior and Dior, you feel your mythic form unlock.
I'm retiring. I'm retiring after this. I'm going back to Angel Grove. Maybe I'll even go back to high school.
As you hear through your helmet, Schrodinger, be my knight. As you then see within it shown the Grid Spectre Knight transformation sequence, ready whenever you wish to call upon it.
I knew you'd give me a power up. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna enter into Grid Knight Spectre form, and it's gonna be so cool.
Well, before we get into those two awesome transformations, we're going to step back a few moments to Frankie.
Oh shit.
People are screaming. There are cries and wails throughout the entire city. The grid safety nexus had not yet been activated, protecting any of the buildings or homes or vehicles or places of business within the town. As you can see, this black smoke breathing down the streets, shattering windows of businesses, and like arms and and feet and faces all peering through this smoke, reaching out, throwing cars across roads as you appear, and the other 4 ancient ArcaKnights appear behind you.
Right, he assesses the situation like, okay, you guys are on my turf. Spread out and try to get the civilians as clear as possible. I'm gonna play distraction, and then I'm gonna Power Ranger jump into the biggest grouping of these minions.
This biggest cluster of
Yeah,
smoke.
whatever the most cluster of it is, yeah.
So you watch the 4 ancient ArcaKnights literally fan out around you, leaving you in the center. And as they pass the front of you, you leap into action, jumping forward into the densest portion of the smoke. Give me, what is your willpower currently?
Only a 12.
Only a 12. Awesome.
Frankie is not very smart, guys.
Okay. But as you leap into this darkness, it is completely around you.
Mhm.
It is like you have literally stepped within a cloud filled with like reaching hands and biting maws within there.
Mhm.
And it's every once in a while as you land in there and you're swinging and you're trying to push it off, you see Peter's face appear.
The
I
okay.
thought you were the better ranger. And then Dior's. You're not even half of what I am, and I'm not even all human. And then Marcia's face pull through. We expect more from Tommy's nephew. And then Gina's face appear. As if you could figure out magic on your own. Really? Then Schrodinger's face. You were my favorite. And then you
Were?
failed. As all of these ripping, tearing statements from people that you care about, that you appreciate, that you look to for guidance, that you look to for strength, are reeling through this smoke. I need you to take 1 point of damage for me.
You know what? That's fair. I'll take that 1 point of damage.
Now, what would you like to do?
That's yeah, Frankie's just going to like hold his head and try to shake off his thoughts and then just get really mad and pop. The green energy is going to start to pull around his fist. I'm just going to start swinging on this smoke. I don't know how this is going to work.
Oh yeah. Punch the smoke. Magic missile the darkness.
This is solo strike because I'm the only one in here, and
yes.
It is. I do have double attack now. I have extra attack now, so I'll take 2 punches into the smoke. That'll be a D8. Okay, the first attack is a 17. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I think that would be a 6 anyway. Let's see if I crit. I do not crit, so yeah, still just a 17. And then the second attack is gonna reroll that. Gonna reroll that. Okay, that's gonna be a 15 on the second attack.
15 barely hits.
Okay, cool.
So altogether, that's 4 points of damage, correct?
See, melee. It's 4 points of poison damage because I'm using my green energy.
Okay. So as you focus the energy into your hands through the visor of your helmet, you can see what you didn't before, the visage of the stag from the top of the helmet illuminate through your visor before that green energy wraps over your hands as you begin swinging into this darkness. And it's each time you're swinging, you are connecting with something solid. Like as a face goes to pull and appear, you punch right into it. As a hand goes to reach out to you, you punch into the center of it. Like if it had been a regular person's hand, it would have snapped backwards. But you could see this green energy bursting and exploding through the smoke, and some of it is starting to bear and pull away, leaving openings through it. As the second strike goes through the smoke, you see an axe swing up through it, covered in red energy as almost did that. As a split in the darkness comes through, and you see Boars standing ahead of you, and he reaches a hand out for you to be able to pull you out from within it.
Yeah, I'll grab his hand and let him pull me out.
As he grabs your hand and pulls you out, he like puts the axe that he gave you into your hand even more. It says, "Focus it here. You'll do more." And then turns away again, throwing 2 more small hand axes as you see Lancelot starting to like rip through a portion of the darkness, this like yellow light flashing through the center of it. You then see through your helmet, you receive like a notification that the red ArcaKnight has appeared. And as that does, you look up towards Camelot, and you can see that like small bit of red energy starting to like fade away for a second, as you see the 4 ancient ArcaKnights then like pounce onto the smoke, swinging, cutting. You see Lemure take the staff in his hand and slam it into the ground as it all begins to start swirl in onto itself, as they all look to you and say, "If you're the next ones of us, you're better than we could have been." As they all start to dematerialize and pull away as the smoke is pulled back with them.
Okay. So all the minions and everything's calmed now down here.
Yes.
Okay, I'll look up and be like, okay, well, didn't think Peter's back in time. Let's go fight a castle, and I'll just teleport up to the citadel.
Give me an alertness roll real quick.
Oh yeah, sure, I could do that. Alertness. Okay, I'm not that bad at alertness. It's a 10, but I did crit on the skill die.
As you go to teleport, you hear what sounds like the screeching of a falcon as you are pulled into that energy, and then appear in the courtyard of Castle Camelot. And you see Schrodinger, Dior, Marcia in her moonlight cleric form, Gina in the lightning Kage form, Peter in this new transformation wielding both Excalibur and Caliburn. As all of the doors surrounding the courtyard swing open, as that same dense black smoke pulls into the centered area, as all of you are now regathered together. I need everyone to make an alertness check for me. Or investigation if you have it.
I don't.
And this would not
much
specifically
better.
be in sight.
if you want to roll insight, you can roll insight. You'll glean different information.
The 21 awareness for Frankie. Or alertness,
Okay.
I mean.
15 for me.
10.
10,
19.
19,
6.
6. Then Marcia, what did you get?
22.
22. All right. Now, everybody above a 14, you see stepping, like moving through the darkness itself towards all of you, are the Necronites. Already
shit.
transformed in their Dark Knight forms. And then Dior? Question mark? Within that smoke moving as well. Marcia.
Hmm.
Whatever version this is of Dior is it's literally the perfect body if Dior was to be given a new body to replace his. There looks to be no cybernetics or anything involved with it at all from your scans and understandings of this body. You can also glean through Corellian and the Lady Queen Tamarit that body is being possessed by a greater evil than any of you have ever understood or had any conversation about or anything. For those of you who rolled over a 20, standing at the end of the drawbridge leading into Castle Camelot, you see Nico. And he looks tired. He looks drained. Eyes bruised. Arms like barely held up against his side. Covered in like soot, dirt, some kind of grime. But is standing at the end of the drawbridge that leads into the center of Camelot.
All right, you all ready to do this? The silence is deafening, guys.
I'm very sorry. A lot has happened.
I feel
There's
a
a
little,
really
I feel
cool bird over
a
there.
little underdressed as I look at like all of you, but I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Do you want a hat? Like, I have one in my backpack if you want it.
Think
Honestly, I'm a little taken aback by you appearing out of anywhere, but
We
I-
can talk
I
about my time
guess-
travel adventure another time. We kind of have to save our loved ones.
You were
And
time traveling?
yes, I time traveled. It was the whole thing. Saw my mom. It's great. But anyways,
Yeah. So
Welcome
we
to the club.
Congrats.
We're both time
Sick.
travel guys now.
bet should we each grab a person and go? Assuming you want your dad, Peter.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, I get Billy's mine. Which ranger is Billy anyway?
You don't know which one they transformed into.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go for the green dragon one.
I don't really have,
Feels
I don't have like an
appropriate.
emotion tied to these people. Do I just beat on them indiscriminately, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I guess.
I just take a shot randomly at one of them.
Yeah,
Do you want you or do you want your girlfriend?
I want me.
Art
All right, I'll save your girlfriend.
Thank you.
question.
Answer.
Would Frankie think that since I have the dagger, I could demorph the green dragon one like we did with the turbo one?
You have the green dragon power coin as a
Oh yeah, it's on my
phone.
phone. I got this.
God.
Okay, yeah, definitely green. Yeah, you missed that, Karma. It needed to be powered up. Okay, my phone's my morpher.
Jesus Christ. Christ.
It worked, didn't it?
It's a very
So-
casual conversation we're having as they're walking menacingly toward us.
I want
Yeah.
to make an insight roll
Yeah, well.
immediately.
Can I just start shooting?
Okay, make an insight roll.
So
Are you
I
gonna
just
do your
started
full
blasting.
transformation or just start blasting?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can I do that real quick and then start blasting?
Absolutely. While
It's a very
Marcia's
long
making her roll,
conversation.
Dior, are you gonna activate your transformation as well?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's just
you are aware that it's been unlocked. Like you've seen it through the heads-up display and everything.
yeah. I just have a question.
I have an answer.
I have which one?
The one that I just sent you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm activating that.
All right. So Schrodinger. What is your call for this transformation? Because you can use any of the battleizer call outs you would like. Or would you like to use the ArcaKnights?
That is a good
call.
question. I don't know. I feel like in this moment of just watching everything he was unraveled and then ravel itself, I don't know if Schrodinger is thinking too much in terms of fan service right now. So I think he just like takes a very ginger couple of steps forward, like in front of everybody, and kind of looks back over these people that he spent basically an eternity with over and over again. I don't know. Is he able to just say nothing as he transforms?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take things a little more seriously than he usually does, and just not say a word as he decides to transform into his new form.
Right.
Form.
As Schrodinger steps forward, for my Power Ranger fans, this will sound very familiar. The darkened Phantom Knight, a Phantom Ranger form, begins to show a fractalized grid line work over the entire form, calling back to being chosen by Frankie in your new timeline. These lines illuminate an emerald green. The shoulder points pull up and point away. The looking glass becomes this long saber-like blade with a gauntlet built over the right hand. The normal motorcycle appearance of the Phantom Ranger's helmet shifts as it centers and pulls over the front. It gets the knight's grill vents over the front, the slitted view over the eyed areas, the same green and emerald lines moving over the body, resembling a former villain that later became friend, Ecliptor of the Rangers, as you become the Grid Spectre Knight form.
I love the throwback homage mixed in with the Frankie Schrodinger shipping. I love it.
There's just a little pin that says "I love Frankie" on it.
It's
Number
written,
one fan club.
it's inside the line that goes over Schrodinger's heart.
You have these like runes that go across the front. People think it's magic, but it's just like Frankie's so cool, you guys. In this very serious and heart pounding moment, I think as that begins to settle, Schrodinger just does not stand on the ceremony of all and just starts blasting indiscriminately into this crowd of villains.
Well, as you do that, before you open fire, as that transformation is happening, Dior, you step forward.
I like pretty much standing next to Schrodinger, and then just look straight ahead, bring out the phone spell book, and swipe the ring across it. Change the chapter. Mythic form. Hades Bastion mythic form.
As the Cerberus appears behind Dior, the three heads spewing flame out over the area. You see the smoke around start to be burned and torn away, filling a small ring around Dior, until standing in between all of you, you see the Hades Bastion. The three heads of the Cerberus now very prominent across the armored form of Dior. The large Cerberus axe now having two additional blades almost floating around the top portion of the Cerberus axe. Heavy plated armor now, if looking, seemed to be set against him, but for those of you standing around can see her slowly floating just off of his form. And as that fire spins and pulls away, showing the new Hades Bastion form, everybody, I assume, is within 15 feet of you at this point, Javante. So would Dior activate that protective ability?
Absolutely. If I could describe how it would look from my
Absolutely.
perspective.
Go for it.
There's this like moment where he has the axe on his shoulders and he swings it out and holds it up, and those separate floating pieces of armor all begin to separate out and fly out and around all of my allies. Essentially just becoming another additional piece of armor for them that floats around them as well.
So all allies within 10 feet of the Hades Bastion get an additional +3 to all of your defense scores.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Dior. That puts me at 26. What the fuck?
That puts me at 27.
Well, screw you.
What
I don't have a fancy new paladin form.
I'll give you a hat.
Can I use the hat as a shield?
All of our defenses.
Wait, can I have a big hat?
All of your defenses, as long as you're within 10 feet of Dior in the Hades Bastion form, get a +3.
Where's defenses?
As each of these floating pieces of armor you can see on the inside is like carved into the faces of the Cerberus, just watching to protect each one of you as it stays within your area. Marcia, what did you get on your insight roll?
17.
17.
Specifically, I was rolling it to see if I can tell which one of these folks is Barrett.
With the 17, you are aware that the green Necronite is Peter's father. You know that the white Necronite is Barrett. You know that the rouge Necronite is Valsa, and that the black Necronite is Professor Cranston.
I relay this information to everybody else, and then I shoot the white Necronite in the right ankle.
So with everybody popping shots, I'll have everybody roll initiative.
Let's go.
Schrodinger, I'll let you get one shot off at the beginning of this, and Marcia will say that as a reaction, if anybody misses before it gets to your turn, you'll take a shot at Barrett.
I think I have advantage.
I gotta say, I love having that supercharged essence for speed, getting that edge on initiative.
I also get edge on initiative from my ninja power.
Yeah. I took ninja power.
I got
too.
a unnatural 20.
That is a natural 20, so that's a 23.
I have a total of 20 as well.
18.
Or sorry,
That I
22.
rolled was to shoot him, but wait, how do you? Oh, initiative. There it is.
I rolled a 2.
That's
This is
where it
funny.
came from. My morphed skills following that essence get an upgrade in the die, then the ninja power gives me the edge. Yeah.
Marcia, what did
to-
you get?
Who?
Marcia, what did you get?
2.
2?
Christ.
Perfect.
I got a
I'm
20
beginning
to
to think
shoot
my
them, and then a
initiative
19
rules are
in
physically
initiative.
impossible. I mean, I may need to check a thing, but I'm gonna take the 2 because it's funny.
Marcia's just trying to bat away the floating armor piece to get a better shot.
You're in my way.
All right. So initiative for those keeping track of it will be Frankie, Peter, Dior, Schrodinger, Gina, then Marcia. And for the sake of combat, the Necronite that you are facing off against, or Doppelganger, or whoever, will take their turn after you have attacked them. But there is one more person I need to roll for.
What do you mean?
You rolled.
Zordon shows up.
You got a 20 on your alertness in the last roll, so you know that Nikos is on the drawbridge behind you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So he will be after Marcia, which works thematically. Alrighty, so up first in initiative, Frankie, what are you doing? You have been pinged by Marcia on who is who.
Yeah, but I think you said Billy wasn't the green one, right? He's the black one.
One more time.
Yeah,
Yes,
I believe so.
he is the black one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as much as I want to go for Billy, the only one I can potentially demorph is the green dragon one, so I will go for that ranger.
That's my dad. I swear to God.
I'm gonna turn your bad. I can only help one of them turn back to normal. Okay, so I'll be nice to your dad as I run and go to punch your dad in the face.
I won't.
I just
so-
saved your
Yeah,
timeline.
so I'm gonna jump.
I'll
up.
fucking take it back. I'll take it back.
I'm gonna jump up to his dad and do my solo straight. Extra
Alrighty,
attack on him,
go ahead
so-
and make those attacks.
Okay, so that is a 8. If it's upshifted. Oh, actually, we discussed I still have this. If one of these attacks hit, I'm gonna activate my grapple to try to hold him down and demorph him.
Okay.
The first attack is a 22.
22 just hits.
Okay, I'm gonna burn a power point, and so instead of doing damage, this will grapple him, and it'll grapple.
Okay.
I guess it grapples us both in place.
Yes.
Can I use my second attack to try to figure out how to demorph this shit since I haven't pinned?
No, because you started with
Okay.
attacking.
Okay, I'll just do the Iron Man go to sleep punch for the second attack while I hold him down.
Alrighty.
I get advantage now because he is grappled. And that's gonna be 24, and I crit on the dice.
All right, that hits.
So that's gonna be 2 poison damage to the dome.
To the green one.
Yeah.
You punch him.
Yeah, I figured. But that's what my punches do. I can't turn it off.
You definitely punched him, but he
okay.
is grappled.
That's fine.
As you rush forward onto the green Necronite, the green energy moving around your arm as you connect the first time, you can see the antlers grab around him. Even the spectral energy form of it, you still feel that Rowan is still here, like he said. I'm going to give you everything that I have left. And it's as that grapple takes place, you swing to go punch into the face of the green Necronite, and it connects hard. But the energy like washes over the helmet.
Damn it, green stops green. Yeah, I know my colors. Shit. I got your dad down. Just keep the others off me. I'll try to figure this out.
He rears his head back and then headbutts into you.
Okay.
You see his helmet illuminate with this green flame pulling over it as he does so.
I'll pull my shield up as he goes to do it. Try to give me some extra toughness. My shield is out, so.
Alrighty. That is 18 to hit.
Nope. Toughness is 23.
Now, he's going to go for a second one. That is a 21.
Nope.
So he reared the head back to headbutt into you, and you were able to deflect it off. And you watch one of his free hands spin in front of him, and a dagger appears in it. And he goes to take a swipe down at you, and again catches the shield as these sparks of green pull off of it. And then from there, up next, Peter.
So do we have the keys that were given to us to demorph these guys?
Yeah, you guys had gathered all of the different things in order to do it.
Okay, and so he's got the green one. And then I will go for which one's right in front of me? Which one's closest?
Roll a d4 for me.
Okay. That's a 2.
That's a 2. The Rouge Necronite is right in front of you. So Valsa.
I mean, red on red, probably not the best, but that's all right. So I'm just gonna close the distance to try to I'm gonna try to like do my best to like instead of like trying to run them through or decapitate them or anything like that, I'm like cutting at the back of the knees, like slashing at the wrists so they drop their weapons, those types of things. So I don't know if non-lethal is a thing in this game, but I'm gonna go for non-lethal so that
I got you.
I don't want to decapitate, but I want to knock them down.
All right.
I'd appreciate you not decapitating my girlfriend. That'd be great.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, child.
As you rush towards her, you could see she's trying to keep you in her sights, but even like some of your steps in the new form are almost too fast. So she's catching like your after image each time you move.
Yeah.
Which is important for one of her abilities. So go ahead and
Okay.
roll your attacks.
Yep. So this is Excalibur first.
Alrighty.
That's gonna be a total of a 29 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
And I'm gonna choose fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah, as
That-
I bring Excalibur kind of like I after image up and slash at the back of her knees, and then I'm gonna slash down with Caliburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the fire from Excalibur like move up the leg and just kind of roll off.
Got it. Knew it. And then that's gonna be a 26.
26 hits.
Okay, so that'll be 2 void damage.
All right, 2 void damage to
Yep.
Valsa. Got it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you do so, the first swipe towards the back of the knees, you saw the fire just kind of dissipate off.
Mhm.
But the second swing up, you can see there's like almost like a small tear in space and time with Caliburn as portions of that armor fold in to that damage as she kind of like leans harder into it. She's going to turn towards you. She's going to spend a point of personal power to ignore a single portion of your toughness. So one of your additions to your toughness you will remove.
Okay.
So we'll say just for this attack you won't have the +2 from the Arthurian form.
Man, so I have a 25 toughness then.
Yeah. And then she is going to take her 2 strikes at you.
Bring it on!
The first one is going to be like a back hammer fist towards you.
That's just disrespectful.
That is only an 18.
Negative.
Alrighty. And the second one will be with the flail. That is only a 9. So the second attack misses as well. In doing so, the first hammer's fist swing back again. You're too fast for her. You're just able to reposition, move out of the way, and then you see a spine almost form out of her hand as this long, like sickled like blade. And then she goes to bring that at you, and you're able to position yourself off of it, not getting hit by it. Unfortunately, she does suffer this. That is a 6. You can hear Valsa scream inside the Necronite armor. End it. End it all. Get me out of here. Get me away from this. Just tears and screams of pain coming from inside there. Psychic scars will leave the Rouge Necronite stunned until the end of their next turn.
Dior, if you got the key, time to do the thing. Save your girlfriend.
And up next is Dior.
I don't remember if I have the key or not for her.
You do.
I do?
Yes.
I'm going to just locking eyes with Dyer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fully turn away and head over towards where Valsa is. Like, nope. Taking care of this first.
You head over to where Valsa is, in front of Peter as the Rouge Necronite.
And I will take out the key and see if this works.
So you remove the red Zeo crystal, and it is now within your hand. The brace that controls the Necronite power is on her left hand. And it is free and able to be interacted with because she is stunned at this point.
I'm going to grab and press where that brace is, the crystal.
Give me a Morphing Grid tech roll with an edge.
Oh boy, this is a lot of dice. This isn't a problem, just it's a lot of dice. Oh my god, so good. 18.
18. Yep, that is exactly the willpower of the Rouge Necronite. So you connect the red Zeo crystal to the bracelet, and you can see the crystal is now starting to glow bright red. And it's in being focused on this, as that was your action and your movement. You see your own hand grab the back of the hand holding the Zeo crystal in place. You hear your own voice. I think I deserve to be a ranger too. As it starts wrestling and trying to pull the bracelet off of the Rouge Necronite to try and pull it onto their own. Are you going to fight against that?
Would I know if pulling that off would free Valsa?
From your previous roles in understanding it, if the bracelet isn't on her, she would no longer be a Necronite. But if he rips the bracelet away before the power is fully transferred over, he'll be able to become a Necronite.
I'm gonna roll a dice.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
What would Dior want? If he lets him take it, Valsa will be removed of the curse, but he will become a Necronite.
I'm going to let him take it.
You let him take it.
I'm going to let him take it. But I want to look him, before he fully does, I want to look him in the eyes and just, you're going to need all the help you can get. And I'm going to let go.
You let go of the Zeo crystal as well?
No, I'm going to hold on to the Zeo crystal, but I'm like pulling my hand away from the bracer.
Okay. You see him pull the bracelet completely off of Valsa as the Rouge Necronite form falls off of her. You see her eyes are still whited over. You can see this like red and black, looks like a toxin moving up towards her neck from the arm that had the bracelet on. Before Dyer pulls the bracelet onto his own wrist and goes, I don't think I need the words, and then just throws a hand down and fully morphs into the Rouge Necronite in front of you.
I just kind of hold my axe in front of Peter and just help the others. This one's mine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
All right, it's all yours, buddy.
Schrodinger.
Jeez.
Your turn.
Lovely. So I took a pot shot like after I morphed. Did that hit anything or?
No. So the first shot that you went for did not hit.
Got it. how many of my abilities am I allowed to use at once? Because I have 2 things that would be really, really cool.
Which ones are you looking to do?
The first 2, I can make up to 3 spectral copies of myself, and I can call upon any power weapon used by any ranger.
So the making 3 copies of yourself to attack would be using your attack action, and then changing the looking glass to become any power weapon used by any ranger is your free action.
Well then.
So you could do both of those in this turn.
I'm gonna do exactly that then. You know, we're gonna a bit of flair. We're gonna go down the list of really cool swords. So as I guess Schrodinger walks up, he's just going to like drag the looking glass in its saber form like across the ground and just kind of cause like a bit of a wall to show up, and as he walks through it, 2 more of him appear on either side. And
yes.
then he's just kind of like give both of himself a nod, and all 3 of the looking glasses are going to transform, I think. One, I don't know the English name for it, but the Rekka Daizanto from Power Ranger Samurai, the big ass like buster sword.
Yep.
So we're gonna get one of those. We're gonna get. Is that so? Any power weapon? Do you mean like combined ones too? Can I
not combined ones?
Dang it! All right.
Individual
Does the jungle cannon count from Jungle Fury? The big like.
It counts because it requires 3 rangers to use at a minimum.
All right, fine. All right, that I'm gonna take the. What was this? It was like the spiral saber, I think, is what it was called in space. And we're gonna go with. I don't know what. I'm open to suggestions. What's a really cool gun?
Team, who's got a Power Ranger gun that they want to see Schrodinger
Master
wield?
Blaster.
Just grab Ollie's new gun from Cosmic Fury.
Yeah.
I'll just take a big gun.
Got it.
I show up with just a Glock. Yeah, we are gonna do exactly that, and I think I just kind of want to gang up on one of them. I think that would be I think that's Schrodinger style, just like
just all 4 on one.
Yep, just curb stomp one of these guys.
Alrighty. So which one are you gonna run up on?
I just realized it's up to 3, not 3 in total. Oh my lord, there's 4 of me. Yeah, all of them are just gonna like curb stomp one of them. Which one looks the most like put together?
The white Necronite and the black Necronite.
I'm gonna attack the white Necronite.
Alrighty. As we rush 4v1 onto Barrett, go ahead and make 4 attacks for me using your Morphing Grid tech.
Hell yeah. Do I also get an extra attack though?
This is a part of that whole event taking
so
place.
I don't get 6 or 8 attacks. Dang
No.
it. That would have been so much funnier. Oh Christ, I need more dice. Let's see here. Sorry. The first one is a 23. There's a natural 20 on the die. If that
that's a crit.
In that case, I critted on that one.
Yep. So 1 crit so far.
Alrighty. The next one was 21, I believe. It also says I gain an edge on power weapon attacks that use Morphing Grid tech. I don't know what that means.
You get to roll with advantage, like Schrodinger gets to roll with advantage, not the clones.
Okay, well, one was a natural 20, and that was the first roll. So the next one was 21. Does that hit?
Does not hit.
Then I can roll again. I'll use this one for that one then.
Okay.
25?
Just barely hits.
Oh, Christ.
Oh.
Okay. That's cool. That one is not anywhere close to 20.
Okay. Third one.
Are there
misses.
any other benefits that I don't know about?
Not currently for you because they haven't like actively insulted you or acted against you for your other ability.
Is their mere presence as evil rangers technically an insult to everything I stand for?
No, because you represent the Morphing Grid and balance.
Damn it. Okay, what about me personally?
Does my existence piss me off?
Do I hate myself that much? The next one was these are morphing grid techs, so I have a D6, I believe. No, that's 24. That doesn't hit.
Okay, so 1 crit, 1 hit, 2 misses.
Damn, these guys are strong.
So the Power Rangers Samurai Spin Sword, since that was the first one to come in, the big Buster Blade one, that's the first one that cleaves into the white Necronite. The second one, since that was what you used your edge on, that is you with the looking glass in its sabered form. The spiral saber misses, and the Cosmic Fury blaster misses. So that altogether should be 3 points of damage from you.
I believe so.
Yes, 3 points of damage. All right, so you deal 3 points of damage. Marcia, would you like to take that held action shot on the first miss from Schrodinger?
Yes.
All righty, go ahead and make that attack roll for me.
That's targeting. '21 critical success.
Hits. So that's an additional 2 points of damage.
That with the Fey Wind Bow is yes, 2 energy damage.
I believe there was an additional.
Do I get an additional? I don't think I get additional damage from supersonic form.
No.
Hmm.
It just lets
Yeah,
you
so
change
just
the
a-
damage to sonic damage. That's what it was.
Mhm.
Okay. So an additional 2 points of damage. So altogether 5 points of damage onto the white Necronite Ranger.
Mhm.
Take that.
And-
So then I'm gonna immediately run towards him.
Mhm.
Can I close the gap in 45 feet?
Not currently. It's still not your turn. This was during Schrodinger's. This was for the
Right,
shot
yeah.
that you took at the beginning.
Mhm.
Schrodinger, after you and the mirages of yourself attack, you see the white Necronite create this like tiger's head in the center of their hands, right in front of their chest, and aims it at all 4 of you. So this is
We
going
can talk
to
about this.
target your evasion currently.
My evasion. Now, do I have any special powers that would help me in this situation?
If they succeed on hitting you, yes, then you'll have an edge on your next skill check or attack against them.
Oh Christ!
That is a 21 to your evasion.
20. I have a 15, man.
So you're going to take 1 point of void damage and roll a d4 for me.
A D4. Oh no. 3.
3?
Did I just die?
No, the all 3 of your mirages then burst from this.
Come back.
Up next is Gina.
Cool. Anyone within like 5 to 10 feet of me?
Yes, the black Necronite is within about 15 feet of you, and the new Rouge Necronite, Dire, is within 15 feet of you.
I know Dior wants to take on Dyer. Yeah, I think Gina's just gonna like still have those 2 new swords out at her side and just be like, I'm sorry, Professor, I don't want to hurt you, but this is for your own good. and just like steps forward and he's gonna make some attacks.
Hell yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Let me just double check that before I roll this real quick. Yeah, all right, that's right. Yeah, I'm not gonna burn a burst no power. I stopped for a second thinking about it. 19 on the first one.
19 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And 8 on the second.
Does not hit.
I would like to use defend as a free action.
Okay. So they will have a snag on their melee attacks against you.
Yes. And I think she's just like, I don't want to hurt you, Professor. Whiff, whiff. So I didn't. And that's my turn.
This was on purpose.
The Black Necro Knight is then going to put a hand forward, not touching you, but right in front of you. And then you see this like tailbone point of a weapon start to pull out of the hand into this long, like bastard sword before he ends up grabbing the handle and turns and points the end at you.
Yeah.
So how do you like lightning?
It's
And it's
my
going to
favorite
send
thing.
a bolt of Jurassic lightning at you.
Now
So this
I'm
will
gonna
be with
try
a
to dodge it.
snag. This will be with a snag. That is only an 11 to your evasion.
With that +3, my evasion's at 23 right now. So
Alrighty, so that misses. And then as it does, he's going to make one swing with the sword. And that is still at a snag. I don't think I'm going to get lower than that. Oh, no, I do get lower than that. That is 5.
good job.
So misses both strikes, holding the sword out at you. You could see black lightning like dance over the bone that's created this weapon. As it arcs and goes, you're able to use one of the new swords as like a conduit and send it off and away. And as he goes to swing the sword back and then down, you're able to take both swords and catch the secondary handle of it and parry it off and away from you.
I do that lightning catcher avatar stuff. Like I catch the lightning with one sword, channel it through, shoot it out the other, then
Send it
block.
away. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, the next person that we go to is one that's standing on the drawbridge. Fully engaged in the fight, as all of you are. It takes a second. And then you hear, I think it's time to be on the right side of things. A gold staff appears in Nico's hand. A large grimoire moves in front of him as he says, turn the page, ArcaKnight form. Gold ArcaKnight Ranger. Pages flourish, moving over him as he morphs into the gold alchemist ArcaKnight Ranger. as he points the staff out towards all of you. Says, I'm still trying to figure out the whole fighting thing, but I know I can do this. If any of you have spent a point of personal power since the last session to now, your personal power is completely refilled.
Ooh. Yep, I use a lot of that, so.
I had used 3 out of my 4, and I was trying to conserve the last one for a good moment.
Yeah, I used 3 out of 5, so.
So all of you feel and see these like gold spell equations wrap around your forms and re-energize and revitalize all of you, restoring all of your personal power back to its max. He is going to then, let's see who he thinks needs his help the most. Peter, you see moving to flank the new Rouge Necronite with you and Dior, the gold alchemist ArcaKnight Ranger.
Hell yeah.
And with that, I think this is the perfect time for us to go ahead and take our break here. So we will see you guys in about 10 to 15 minutes to keep up with this wonderful action-packed episode. Do the human things, get something to eat, something to drink, and we will see you all shortly. And welcome back, everyone, to ArcaKnights of Power Rangers actual play series on the initiative order. And we're going to jump right back into our combat sequence with Marcia. So,
Yes.
Marcia, at the end of Nikos's turn, he used a point of personal power to restore everyone else's personal power back to full. So if you were down any points, go ahead and top it all the way back up.
Okay, good looks, Nikos. I wasn't expecting that from you in this moment, but I'll take it.
And it is now your turn.
Okay. You know what? Having this personal power is actually very valuable. So this is the part where I ask the question again that I asked too early the last time, which is, can I close the gap between me and the white ArcaKnight in 45 feet?
Absolutely. You can close it in 25 feet, actually.
Cool. I will take a 20-foot running slide toward Barrett. What is the item that I have to break Barrett out of this Necronite transformation?
You have the White Ranger power coin.
Aha, cool. I am going to jam the power coin into the edge of one of the heads of one of my arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to hit Barrett with a penetrating shot.
Ooh, okay. And that does not care for armor bonuses, if I'm correct.
Let me check that again. By spending one additional personal power when using the volley feature, you can choose to make a single attack roll against a single target that will apply to all of the shots in the volley. This attack gains a number of shifts equal to the additional shots after the first made in the volley. Which means that my volley is now 3.
So you get 3 upshifts on this single arrow attack.
And that's to the targeting roll, right?
Yes. So what are you at currently?
D4.
You're currently at a D4, so it'll be D10, D8, D6, D4, D2, and a D20.
Okay. So that's D10. Aha. Critical success 21.
Okay. So Marcia, as the Twilight Cleric, mythical form of the pink ArcaKnight, you take a running dash, sliding across the stoned ground of Castle Camelot, pulling the Feywind bow back, placing the power coin on the edge of the arrow, and then releasing it. Just moments before, the white Necronite had centered their hands in front of their chest, releasing this energy wave out, attacking Schrodinger. And as the hands turned back to create a weapon, this arrow pushes into the arm. And you can see the coin come into contact with the white Necronite morphing bracelet. Schrodinger, give me a Morphing Grid tech roll.
You got it, bud. Do I... Hold on, let me check my abilities real quick and fast, like. Empower... Nope, that... Okay, that doesn't apply to this. Alright, cool. Morphing Grid tech. Just like 12.
12. You're reminded of a familiar phrase within the Power Rangers universe of too much pink power is dangerous. As the white Mighty Morphin Power Coin connects with the white Necronite bracelet, powered by the pink Arcanite Ranger. There is a concussive force that comes off of the front of them. This flash of rose and white. You are momentarily blinded.
Ah! You'd think these would come with sunglasses.
As the Necronite form over Barrett falls away, the bracelet breaking on the floor from the arrow, forcing through with the power coin and the penetrating shot. As the whole front of Barrett's neck has like these white, almost yellowish, like markings pulling up almost towards the face. Very similar to the hex or curse that was found on Damien on Bone within the power chamber after removing the bracelet.
So, is Barrett still conscious?
He's in a lot of pain currently. And he is still standing, but he is no longer the white Necronite.
Barrett, are you good?
There's like, you can see the stretching of the tendons and the muscles in the neck, like gritting against pain right now. Like he's fighting against whatever is trying or has been affecting him for this point in time.
So, I'm gonna get up, grab him by the forearm,
Mm-hmm.
and give it this very stern shake. Like, the kind of shake that I guess is the kind of thing that we've given each other before, or he's given me when he's essentially telling me, hey, toughen up, you could do this. And I say, this is gonna hurt, but after that, I'm gonna tell you a secret, and it's gonna be worth it. You wanna put up a fight this afternoon?
As
And I'm
you
hoping that he recognizes my voice.
as you grab his arm, he is also momentarily blinded from this flash of energy. Unaware of what exactly is happening, he instinctively moves to wrap his body around you and try and like protect you. Like he's still out of visual perception of everything, but hearing your voice, feeling that familiar like handshake, he's immediately moving to try and protect you when he feels the armor around you. I think you're gonna be the one protecting me right now. And he's still like holding you, like trying to shield you away from whatever might be around right now.
Mm-hmm. I can do that. You've trained me well, big guy. But I trust that you can put up a fight as well.
Hopefully. And it's with that we move back to the top of initiative with Frankie.
Yeah, first attack, Dragon Coin. Try to save Peter's dad here. Do you need me to roll anything for that? Is just a regular attack?
You're rolling to attack.
Okay, cool.
Because he actively has the Necronite dagger out. He tried to headbutt you twice. You have him grappled.
That is a
Y'all are
20.
fighting.
That is a 22.
22. That does it. You are able to pin the coin onto the bracelet of the green Necronite. And you can see it, that emerald energy is starting to flow into it. Your hand almost glowing green underneath it as you start to see like the helmet start to like pull away, like demorphing, but at a very slow pace. And
Mhm.
you start to see Mr. Hentz underneath it, these like green veins moving up towards his eyes along the sides of his head, and you can see he's like short of breath.
Doesn't look like critical or anything, though, does he?
Not critical, but you know that the advanced stages of this curse. Like
Mhm.
if he had been left within this form for much longer, he would have been a necronite. There would have been
Yeah.
no Roger Hence from that point forward.
Okay, cool. Then there's not much else I can do from at the moment, so I'll use my second attack and attack the next closest ranger to me.
Well, you would have to use your other attack to maintain that hold
Oh, okay.
onto the coin so that it continues drawing everything away.
Gotcha. So it's
Because
gonna
you
take
are
time. Okay.
you are also still grappled with him, so your movement speed is 0 right now too.
Gotcha. Let's see, what else can I do, if anything? Don't think I have anything else. Then yeah, I'll just continue to work on that. I guess, can I use my other attack to try to tap into some magic and move this alone? See if I still have a little bit connection with Rowan.
You don't have a grimoire.
Okay. Then I think
If you had a grimoire within reach or one like on you, then I would have allowed you to make a spell casting kind of check, but you don't actively have a grimoire anymore.
Okay. Yeah, because my phone's broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Then I think that's all I can do, really.
Alrighty. Peter, since this is your father, I need you to roll a d6 for me.
Two. Sorry, my mic was muted.
Two?
I had to punch it. Two.
Okay. So with the 2, okay, no additional effect from the psychic scars. So he is good. There is nothing further like affecting him other than actively fighting off the curse of the Necronite itself.
What does the battlefield look like presently?
So presently there is still the Rouge Necronite that Dyer, the Dior clone copy, whatever, had transformed into. Professor Cranston is still in front of Gina, where they have been fighting back and forth with each other. Barrett is between Marcia and Schrodinger, no longer a Necronite, and Valsa, no longer a Necronite.
Okay, I'm gonna go after Dyer.
Okay.
To help out my boy.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna show him my two sword style and cut him up with Excalibur first.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. 32.
That hits.
Okay, that's 2 fire damage, but I know that does nothing. Well, it does 2 sharp. Can I choose to just do the sharp
You can
instead of the fire?
choose to just do the sharp.
Yeah,
you could
2 sharp
choose what
damage.
damage it
Yeah,
does.
yeah. I'll do the 2 sharp with Excalibur, and then I'll swing with Caliber, and that's also a lot. That's 29.
Also hits.
That's 2 void. As basically I just bring both down across his back.
Hell yeah. And he is actively like facing towards Dior after Dior had turned towards him. The 2 blades swing down the back, both Excalibur and Caliburn just serrating through the back of the Rouge Necronite. And you can see bits of the armor have started to break away where the void damage is like tearing through chasms of time and space, warping it off.
Get him, Dior!
He is going to make a swing back at you.
Oh. Mm-mm. No.
That's a natural 20 for a crit.
Uh-oh.
The same quilled blade that came out of Valsa, you see one of them come from the back of the Rouge Necronite and jam towards you. You are going to take 2 points of sharp damage.
All right.
Ouch.
Ouch. That didn't feel good at all. I don't like that.
Up next, Dior.
Question.
Answer.
Do I have access to the other thing?
Currently, yes.
Red has honor. Green has bravery. Yellow has spirit. Pink has heart. The one thing I have, and I'm going to again press my ring to the grimoire and slide it across. Change the chapter. Hellfire Berserker form.
All of the floating armor from the Hades Bastion pulls back towards Dior. And as it does, you see it almost meld into his body, bolstering him, enhancing him, making him stronger and more powerful than even the Hades Bastion form itself. The three heads now all turning and facing forward, ready to be commanded.
Is rage. And I'm going to swing the Cerberus axe
Do it.
as hard as I can.
Do it.
This is my might. Be good. Oh, that's a crit 28.
Yes, that hits.
And we're going to have it deal void damage.
As the Cerberus axe drags through the front of the Rouge Necronite, the breastplate of this form, like buckling and tearing in on itself, losing some connection to the morphing grid, be it the dark side, has weakened him very much so. You can replace one of your attacks with the other ability from the Berserker form if you'd like.
Yep, I'm going to swing the axe back up and just open my arms, and I'm going to use Chiron's Call.
Alrighty. That is a D6 for you.
That is a 23.
His evasion is a 22.
Oh.
Now, I do have a important question to that though, is as you do so for a second, you forget that Peter was directly behind
Oh, shit.
the Rouge Necronite.
Ow.
Now that's my question is, did you back away after making the attacks? Because you were already flanking them.
I probably would have stayed right there.
Okay. What is your evasion currently?
17.
17. Okay, so this is also going to hit you.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Okay. You take 1 point of sonic damage from the 3 that it does, as the 3 Cerberus heads on the front of the Berserker ArcaKnight form, the mouths open with this wailing howl as these ripples of sound move forward, tearing and pulling the Necronite armor off of Dire, as he is now unmorphed at 1 hit point, because that would have dropped him past 0.
Bring the axe back onto my shoulder. Well, you need all the help you can get.
Peter, you are familiar with what happens next. The rest of you, unaware. Except for Marcia, who was told by Corellian and the Lady Queen Tamrit of the great and evil darkness that was within this copy or clone of Dior. As they fall to the ground, eyes still barely holding open, you could see movement under the skin until it starts to sizzle. You see small bits of smoke coming out of it until you begin to see this brimstone and like volcanic lines breaking through the skin. Schrodinger, you've heard of this being from the Morphing Matron. This is Dark Spectre.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
it's not good. I fought this guy. It's not fun,
Oh.
guys.
shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
It's not fun. It's really not a good time for anybody.
As the ground underneath the form of Dyer seems to get hot, glowing until the body is like falling through the floor into the lower levels of Castle Camelot.
We have we basically turned everyone back into their normal forms?
Just the big lava man
There's
now.
still one,
Oh,
There's still one?
Professor
Mhm.
Cranston with
Professor.
Gina.
Shit.
well, 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Oh, fuck.
I got this. It's fine.
Up next, Schrodinger.
Oh, that's lovely. So I just saw Dark Spectre appear and then sink through the floor. Is that an accurate assessment?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. I'm gonna default to Peter on this. I'm just gonna kind of look in his general direction and be like, what do we do? What is happening?
We need to, one, make sure that these people are safe, and two, we need to go after Dark Spectre. We need to put a stop to this. We can put a stop to this.
Yeah, you seem pretty sure about that. All right. I am going to. I'm gonna summon my 3 clones again. Am I able to do that a second time, or are they
Yeah.
just gone forever? Oh,
You're able to do it again.
Sick.
So you bring the 3 specters of yourself up.
God, you're all so handsome. Thanks, me. You're welcome, me.
I thought you were the good looking one. Oh, so did I.
I love this so much. I'm gonna send 2 of them to go help out with Cranston.
Okay.
Forgot his name for a second there, and I guess the other 2 left. One being the main one is probably gonna go after what's his face, Dark Spectre.
Dark Spectre.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 are dropping down the hole, melted through solid stone into this like lower antechamber of Camelot. Absolutely. Yes, those 2 drop down. The other 2 rushing over to flank with Gina to make their attacks against the Black Necronite. Go ahead and make those attack rolls for me.
Hell yeah, Black Necronite. Time to die, Billy. Actually,
Please don't kill
that-
Billy. I've been through enough trauma the last few episodes. Thank you very much.
That's a 25 for the first one.
Jesus Christ.
Hits.
Oh Christ. Do I get any benefits outside of this to this, or like is
Well,
this
they're
just, like-
they're all using the looking glass, so they're also bypassing armor currently because you
sick.
didn't change their weapons.
Yeah. Or at least the one that are attacking them, I didn't change shit. But all right, cool. This is one of them, and the other one is a 21.
Misses.
Dang it!
So the first one cuts through the Black Necronite armor.
I was gonna shoot him.
Okay, the first one, the shot goes through, piercing through the Black Necronite armor. The second one rushing forward with the blade goes to cut, and they're able to like move just out of the way because they were shot. Like the hit to the shoulder turned them out of the way of the blade striking.
Me looks at me with just contempt, like, come on, man.
You're supposed to be better than this. You're supposed to be better than this. You should have shot the other shoulder.
I love it so
As the true Schrodinger and one other specter leap down through the hole. As you get to this antechamber beneath Castle Camelot, two people in the group are aware of what is below here. One of them very
Yep.
recently exploring it,
Yep.
the other through Morphing Grid mapping, essentially, of what was occurring within the castle.
Should have asked more questions before I jump down here.
You see two stone plinths with slots in the ground for what appear to be for swords to be placed within. You also see across the floor, all across the floor, it looks like old oil on a driveway, like somebody who had pierced an oil pan and had just left it in the sun to dry and sit for about 600 years or so.
Ew.
As you see
All right.
this glowing embered being with the body of Dior but the face of Dark Spectre.
Ew.
Ew.
Have you considered moisturizer lately? I know you just came into being, but there's no excuse.
And what are you doing?
So, as I guess the two Schrodingers jump down, is Dark Spectre doing anything, or is he just hanging out? Like,
He just stood up from falling through the floor, essentially.
sick and dope. Dang, I should have grabbed a third one with me. I'm gonna have one of me call the others, be like, I didn't think this through. Somebody come down here, please.
I'm on my way.
And is that a free action, or is that my whole thing? Because I can have the other guy-
that's communicating, so it's essentially a
Oh.
free action.
Cool. I was shouting that on the way down because I clearly did not think this through. And I am going to have both of me use the looking glass laser function and just start like unloading onto this Dark Spectre.
Alrighty. As you go to do so, you see Dark Spectre like take a heavy breath out, and you can see these like non-Euclidean geometrical shapes start to form out of energy in front of him. You know this to be physical manifestations of the dark side of the Morphing Grid. Your attacks at him will be at disadvantage.
Do I have an edge because he insults me by existing?
No.
Damn it! Spend one power point to become invisible. That doesn't help me. Do I have anything that could help me right now?
You Schrodinger currently has an
Me,
edge on
myself.
their attack roll, so that would be just a straight roll.
All right. Well, I'm
The-
gonna use that on the first one I did because that was a natural 20.
Alrighty, there we go. So your first one gets the crit. Now this second one is at disadvantage
Got it.
because it's the Spectre form.
Got it. Nowhere even close. That was like 5.
Yeah, no. So the first one connects. And as it does, you see a hole go through the center of Dior's body. Until you see these
Sorry.
brimstone pieces start to fill in that void of where that hole was shot through.
Gross.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dior. I don't think you're gonna want this back after he's done.
I didn't want it in the first place.
Oh, all right, free reign. I'm gonna
Fuck
beat
it
him
up.
up. Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
At the end of Schrodinger's turn, Gina.
All right. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and burn 2 power points again since my pool is refilled currently, and I'm going to do both a what you call it, a strike bonus to get a 2 upshift on my first swing, and then also I'm gonna do triple strikes.
Got it.
And let's go ahead, grab that D12. That is a 24 to hit.
It's
All right. I have a question.
I have an answer.
Can we say, as the two clones run up and attacked Professor Cranston, it caused a momentary lapse in his defenses, and while we've been fighting, basically missing all of our attacks at each other, Gina was biding her time, and with that attack, she uses one of the swords to get underneath the power morpher that's on his arm, and then the second attack will have the opportunity to rip it off.
The second attack will then have to be a brawn roll instead of a normal attack because you're wedging the sword underneath it and then trying to pry it away. It'll either be brawn or might.
Those aren't untrained skills, but they are very low to the point where the only way to succeed would probably be critting.
Well, this would be against his
dice.
This would be against the evasion instead of the toughness because he's trying to keep it on essentially. So he's trying to pull his arm away. He's not trying to brace through it. So, and his evasion is lower than his toughness.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay?
I'll give it a shot. Why not? Give it a shot. That will be my second attack. And I do not have that. So that is a total of 19.
The evasion is exactly 19. So you're able to get the sword underneath the Necronite brace and then pry it off of the arm of Professor Cranston. And as it does, you watch the black Necronite armor immediately remove itself from Professor Cranston as these black tendrils have moved across his face and up the neck.
All right. Well, now that I got him free, even though he doesn't look good, Gina's just gonna look at him and be like, all right, you're free. Sorry that you're hurting right now. We'll get this fixed up as soon as we can. Then she's gonna turn away, take the 5 feet of movement for the successful strike that she gets from her one of the abilities, I can't remember which, but then she's also going to spend the rest of her movement to close the gap between the hole, jump in it, which is another 20 feet of free movement because of my ninja form. And as I come down, I'm going to like try to do my third strike onto Dyer with like both, well, I'm flavoring it like both swords coming down to like break the weight of the fall, but it's a single sword attack.
Too easy. Go for it. Make that attack roll for me. It is with a snag though because of his dark morphing grid defense that he put up.
Right. So I'll be rolling this straight because I have an edge on all speed-based checks.
Hell yeah, let's do this.
That is a 24. And both of those dice were 1 away from critting, but no crit.
Hits as you come down, both of the blades digging into the shoulder area of Dyer, cutting open, and as it breaks through and you stand there drawing the blades back, you can see the skin again, these brimstone pieces like reforming the holes underneath, looking like they're glowing with small streams of lava between them as it just looks onto you. Again, this is Dior's body with the face of like a molten demon, essentially, staring back at you.
I just like look down at it as like the skin starts closing back up, and I'm like, oh, you're kind of disgusting.
It's not closing the skin back up. It's replacing what was attacked with this brimstone like flesh.
Yeah. That's what I meant. But yeah. Just like,
Gotcha.
oh wow, you're disgusting, and that'll be my turn.
Marcia.
Not knowing any of the other things that are happening, I immediately leap into the hole.
Dive into the hole. Once you get down there, you see Gina drawing the two blades away from the shoulder. These like strange abstract geometric shapes of darkened energy just kind of like floating around. Again, the body of Dior with this twisted demonic head as it's just like staring down everyone within this pit.
I call out to Gina. You have this under control?
I don't know about that, but I'm trying.
I believe in you. And I immediately move over to the plinth.
Okay.
Does it look like anything was recently here?
No.
Other than the oil?
No.
Can I tell how long it's been since the swords
Recently.
weren't here?
About 600-700 years ago.
Ah.
Give me
Cool.
investigation or insight roll.
Insight, always.
Hell yeah.
Critical success 19.
Corellian tells you that whatever this oil looking residue that is all over the floor within here is spellbook ink. That has been deeply soaked into the stones and like earth of the Castle Camelot. Lady Queen Tamrit tells you that those plinths are for Excalibur and Caliber, that whosoever places both swords within these plinths will command Castle Camelot. Like command the castle itself.
The moment Tamrit tells me that, I turn back to Gina, draw the bow on Daya,
Mm-hmm.
and where's Peter? Peter's still upstairs.
Yep.
I'm still up.
Peter, do you want to come down here?
On my way.
I'm just waiting here for Daya to move so I can penetrate and shot his forehead.
Got it. Alrighty. So we will move to the next person in initiative, which would be Nikos. Nikos steps forward to you, Peter, as the gold alchemist ArcaKnight, and hands you the staff.
I have 3 hands. I only have 2 hands. Okay. Thank you.
He just hold it.
Hold it. Okay.
Like he's not giving it to you for you to take. He's like holding it out for you to grab.
Okay.
He is going to spend his last 2 points of personal power and use a alchemical wave. You had seen this used in a different form on the space within when fighting the Chimera. Everybody within a 30-foot radius, 30-foot radius of Peter, which would be everybody essentially, you all heal back to max.
Oh, thank God. Oh God. I had 1 HP, gang. Oh.
But you watch
still
as
have full.
Nico begins to demorph, and it looks like he's gonna like pass out.
Just take a seat.
Oh shit.
We're gonna get this done. Get you home. Thank you.
It's the first time I've done any of this.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot. Just take a seat. I'm gonna kind of help him so he sits.
Barrett comes over, still looking like he's actively fighting against whatever this curse or infection might be, moves over and like puts himself between the hole in the ground and Nico's, reaches inside his jacket and pulls out a firearm, and it's just like watching the perimeter area now. Like, I've got him.
Okay.
As we move back to the top of initiative, Frankie.
Okay. How's Peter's dad look? Does he look like he's good enough for me to let go yet?
You can let go now. You can see he's starting to go unconscious,
Okay.
but all of that energy has been siphoned off of the Necronite form.
Okay. I'll use my free action to disengage the grapple and pick him up. And I'm going to walk over and drop him next to Barrett and Nico. And then just nod to Barrett and jump into the hole.
Hell yeah. As you drop in, you see Schrodinger, one of his specter forms.
Mm-hmm.
Marcia with the Feywind bow drawn, pointed directly at Dyer. Gina about 5-10 feet away from Dyer with both swords ready. And these like strange, like not geometric, but they appear to be in some way, shape, or form geometric, like energy forms like floating around Dyer.
Okay, well, let's see what these things can do. And I pull out the red ArcaKnight axes and channel my energy like he told me to, and just chuck them both with my 2 attacks at this guy.
Alrighty, make those attacks as if you were boxing.
Oh, okay. Bet. Is anyone right next to him?
No one is like right on him. Gina had cut into them and then like stepped a few feet back.
Well, then I can use Soul Strike.
Yes.
Let me try this. Ooh, so it's 21. It's still a 21 going down a dice, but that does make it a crit.
Okay.
For the first attack. And then the second attack is also going to be... I'm going to use a story point to reroll the d20 because that wasn't that one.
Hell yeah, there we go.
And that switched it to a 22 overall. Thank God.
All right. Both hit as these 2 hand axes go flying from your hand, from both of your hands as they connect into the chest. You can see the blades like digging deep in this like blending of crimson and emerald energy. And as it does, you see them almost get pulled into the body, folding into the chest. Those cuts, those wounds, again, this brimstone moving and overlaying within that opening to reform itself.
Don't like that.
That's what I needed.
Uh-oh.
Something old.
Oof.
Damn it, Frankie!
I don't like the sound of that, and I'm gonna jump forward and
on,
just
man.
get in front of everyone else and hold my shield up.
Okay.
That's gonna do great against the
Hey,
extra dimensional demon.
I'd rather get hit than you guys, okay? That's my
be
whole
fine.
shtick.
We
Peter.
really got to discuss that in therapy.
Yeah, I mean, Peter's gonna make sure his dad's like basically passed out, right?
Yes.
Okay, and dude's there with the gun, so I'm gonna hop down into the hole, landing in this mess of people.
You
Superhero
hop down
landing style.
and you heard that sentence as you landed.
Is Dior down here?
No, I'm still up there.
Not yet. Okay, cool. How are we doing down here, gang?
I
Does
I
it-
don't really. You can see for yourself, man.
Yeah,
Does
I-
it look like he's taken from this volley of attacks from my friends? Does it look like he's taken any damage?
All of the, again, it's you, when you first saw this person, it was
Right.
Dior.
Right.
It was the like pinnacle of health of Dior. There is now a full demonic head, 2 like cuts deep into the shoulders that have been replaced with this brimstone, a hole through the center of the chest that's been replaced with brimstone, 2 large gashes across the chest that have been replaced by brimstone.
Should we maybe
Oh.
stop hitting it?
Yeah. I'm sorry about this, gang, but I think this is what I have to do.
I don't
think-
like the sound of that.
I think I gotta do the thing. If he's made of Dior, if he's like exactly like Dior, I think I know what I have to do.
Do I have time to leave first, or?
I don't think so.
Oh god damn it! I'm gonna die down here with all of you.
Peter's gonna close the distance up to this
Uh-huh.
dude and say, "Not today, fuck face." And I'm gonna put my palm. I'm gonna palm strike him in the head, and I'm gonna shatter the grid.
Oh Christ!
Okay.
Stop him from transforming, because I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. Pretty sure we were gonna get perfect cell transformation time, and I
We
don't
ain't
like that.
Vegeta.
You don't want to be a
Nah,
Vegeta
it
and let
is-
him get there so we can have a good
No,
fight?
absolutely not.
Because Frankie's totally
Absolutely.
the Vegeta in this instance. I want to
Oh
fight
my
him.
god, Frankie!
What's
Uh,
the point of a fight if they're not at full power?
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
ready. I'm braced.
I'm leaving
What
y'all
the
to
hell?
die if that's the
You
case.
aren't even who you're supposed to be right now.
I'm still
Okay?
a ranger. I'm even in Vegeta's color right now.
I did
yeah.
not go through infinity to have to deal with this today.
If this
yeah,
conversation were
this-
actually happening, Marcia turns to Schrodinger and goes, "I get it now. I'm sorry. I
and I'm
understand
gonna-
why you feel the way you do."
I'm gonna clasp the side of his head, and I'm gonna shatter the grid.
The safest thing that could have been was Dior not being down here.
Yeah, that's why I asked if Dior was down here or not.
Hmm.
As you shatter the grid, all of you demorph,
Oh.
except for Dior, who is out of range of
Hey, guy.
this.
Oh, okay, I was like, I can't kill him twice.
What happened to my two clones who are still up there?
They no longer are there.
Dang it!
The strangest thing for everyone else here is not the like demonic forming, creature that was in front of you from the body of Dior, but instead Schrodinger's true form.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
As to all of you, as this
Okay.
happens, there is almost this ephemeral humanoid shape comprised of constellations, nebulas, dimensions, until it folds back from the grid being shattered. What does a 16-year-old Schrodinger look like, Mama?
Oh Lord. A 16-year-old Schrodinger. I feel like just if sickly was a person.
Well,
it-
remember, you're no longer from that dark timeline.
Oh.
That
So
timeline
good,
no longer
good timeline
exists.
Schrodinger.
So good timeline Schrodinger at 16.
At 16, big smile on their face, shaggy hair. I mean, probably not a smile considering we might die down here, but like, few cuts and bruises from just living a very adventurous life. Say like jeans, a nice flannel, a t-shirt with like a band that nobody's ever heard of, probably. Bandages from all their cuts and bruises, and just like a bright colored backpack, I guess, for 16-year-old Schrodinger. Yeah.
And for my Power Rangers Turbo fans, this is like a reverse of Justin morphing as he goes from this like the same
Oh.
height and build of Peter and Frankie and Dior down to this much smaller, albeit healthy, unlike what they had last remembered, full form. As these non-Euclidean dimensional shapes fold in on themselves, ceasing to exist within this space, but Dyer still standing. This mechanized, like robotic head sitting underneath what would be like muscle and sinew, 2 cuts into the shoulder, revealing further like metal pieces, almost like shafts and like drive trains underneath, this hole through the center. As the head looks onto all of you and says, in Dior's voice, "I'll be back," before collapsing back onto the ground.
Fuck.
Uh,
I thought I was about to get android punched. Oh, okay.
We're recycling that, right?
Yeah.
We're not keeping that around. Just
I'm gonna hop down now.
Are we out of combat?
look who
You're
decided
currently
to
out of
show
combat.
up.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna pop in the middle of
Well, I had
EMP
to do
bomb
it
again.
I had
Yeah,
to
that
do it
would
while he
have
wasn't down here, otherwise he would have died.
Yeah, so let's not do that
Oh.
with him in vicinity.
God.
that was
Oh.
some wild ass stuff.
Peter just grabs his head. It's been a day.
Frankie just walks
Ah.
over to the demorph Schrodinger, is like, "Oh my god, you're actually adorable," and just like shag his hair.
I am ceaseless and eternal, thank you.
And you're so cute while you do it.
Oh.
Get in here.
What happens?
Frankie, you recognize the
Aw.
flannel he's wearing as one of yours.
Not gonna comment on
Oh.
that.
So wait,
Don't
very
have
very
a lot of
quick
clothes in the
question.
apocalypse.
Very quick idle question. Now that Schrodinger's like place in the grid has changed, does that mean that the story that Schrodinger told us is no longer the story that we know?
No, you still know it, but that will
We
no
he-
longer
we
come
healed-
to pass.
We
Am I
healed the
not
timeline.
God anymore?
Yeah, think of a future Trunk situation where like that timeline still exists on a different spectrum, but it doesn't exist on ours anymore.
Let's just keep the
No,
Dragon
that
Ball Z
timeline was straight up
references going.
was straight up
Time
like
travel is
rewritten.
weird.
Time
rewritten.
travel's weird, yeah.
Schrodinger, you
I'm
look
just
down
not gonna
at your
think about it.
wrist and you see that you still have the Phantom Brace.
Oh shit, I'm still God.
Okay.
A very young god, but okay.
Did we win?
I have lived 100 of your lifetimes, but I don't. Hello, Morphin, mommy, did we win? Hello?
Is it over?
Morphin, what?
Don't
I
question
think
it.
the grid's still down.
Everyone
shit.
give me an alertness
Oh
check.
god damn it!
No shit.
Can this be insight?
No, not for this moment.
Okay, cool.
It's a,
Can
Can I
it's a
succeed instantly because I'm
16.
having a
10.
14.
alertness? Oh,
14.
Christ.
13.
13,
I
16.
just got a 10.
16,
15.
15. All of you are aware as you hear rapid wind
Ah, fuck.
We're gonna die in this castle.
above you.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, God. Is the castle falling? Yep. Okay.
Safe to assume.
I got your
Pluto.
swords. Put it in the thing. And just-
Yeah.
what is
Stick your
this?
swords in
I'm
those
trying to get my
rocks.
swords back.
Oh,
Oh my god,
Right.
did you just shatter the grid for you too?
It
what is
counts
the
for me.
purpose of this power?
I don't.
It's-
I don't. I can't do shit right now, guys. I don't have a
I'm
morpher
going
anymore.
Can I
to-
summon my swords at all?
One question at a time.
Okay.
We'll start with Marcia and then work through real quick. Marcia, what's your question?
Very quickly, I want to know if I can tell what's beneath us.
What's beneath you
The city.
Yeah.
is the direct center of Angel Grove.
Are we gonna?
What are the
Avengers do this
noteworthy
shit?
landmarks there? Are there
Are you
people
forcing us to
We need a
commit
hell
an
carrier. We need a
atrocity
hell
right now?
carrier, guys.
Are we gonna
Right over the
Sokovia this shit?
metropolis.
Oh shit! We're
Oh,
gonna
God.
Sokovia
Next
this
question,
shit.
Javante. What was your question?
I was the only one that didn't have my connection to the morphing grid broken, so I still have my grimoire out, right?
Correct.
Peter, what do I do?
Can I still write? Let me see your book.
Can I teleport out of here?
Not connected.
Damn it!
I'm going to write reconnect all the rangers in my vicinity to the grid now.
You drag your finger across Dior's grimoire, and the faintest amount of ink
Whew.
touches the
I
page.
still got the touch. I still got the touch.
You got the touch. Very
Frankie,
conscious song in
you
my time.
feel weird. There
Okay.
is a screeching in your ears, like the sound of 1,000 birds. Both the feathers flapping, the caws and cries of 1,000 birds. Gina, what was your question?
I don't remember. This was really intense.
Okay. I'll come back around. That's not a problem. Schrodinger, what was your question?
Are we connected again?
Morph and mommy.
Morph, did we win? What's happening? Where are we? Can I leave? I want to go home.
After Peter's finger has moved across the page, there is an instant surge on your phantom brace as you are now aware that a new spectrum color has been accessed within the morphing grid because of the one that was missing. And you see it tying directly to Frankie.
Yes. I'm so happy about this, but we are going to die in a falling castle. I'm just, good alert. Something more helpful would be nice. Just gonna tap my brace, just like, hello.
While
Can
all
I
this
leave?
is happening, by the way,
Hello?
I jump out of the hole.
Hello. What? Hey!
That's a 25-foot jump. Can you jump 25 feet directly
Unmorphed.
into the air unmorphed?
No.
Do I have my powers
I don't know.
back?
My base
Unmorphed.
movement is 35 feet.
So
My
no.
base unmorphed. Nope.
That's not how it works.
Oh God.
That's not.
Peter,
Yeah.
your everyone's connection is reestablished.
I'm gonna draw my two swords immediately and slam those fucking things into the dais.
The swords connect into the plinths on the ground, and you can feel them again, that same frequency, that same interaction that you had in the past initially starts and then steadies. The first time you heard the voices of the swords. I see a new king commands me. Calls from the castle.
Can you stop falling, please?
The wind
Okay.
ceases.
Ah,
It
okay.
was that easy.
All right. Can I is this like Pacific Rim where I could see what's around the castle? Am I linked to the castle?
While
This
you're
is
holding
sword?
onto the swords, yes.
Okay.
Schrodinger, yes, this is a Zord that has never been accessed before by any other ranger group, any other timeline, any other form of existence that has been.
We got a new Zord.
Guys, I have good news and no bad news because we're alive to hear this news. You guys got a new Zord that has never been accessed ever of all time, forever and ever.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
insane.
You
there a
see
castle
360
is a
around
Zord.
you.
The what castle Zord? What?
Peter sees 360 degrees in vision. You were
Oh, this
roughly
is-
about 45 feet away from the
Oh!
first building that you would crash
Up,
through.
up. Back
up.
into the clouds, please.
As it pulls up, all of you begin to hear the shrieking of a large creature, a large
fucker.
bird of prey of some kind, before it lands in the center of the castle.
Transform
We have
this thing into like a pyramidas, like huge ass Zord. Can we just crush it or like?
Hold
is
on.
that
This-
we had something landed on me, guys. Something's on me.
I don't like the way that
something's-
you're.
Yeah, I'm
don't like
connected
that.
to it. It's weird. It's weird, but it's in
If
my courtyard
I-
right now.
Can I kick one of the pillars and just be like, "Can you feel that?"
Good God.
Frankie, the Thunderbird calls out to you. The eternal rock of silver light is above you. As the screeching has begun to subside in your head, you can feel a silver-lined tether connect you to this ancient avionic being. And in a flash before the five of you, you see as Frankie becomes the Silver Thunderbird ArcaKnight Ranger.
Take out my camera and just
Way to go, Zapdos.
And that is where we were going to end tonight's session.
Hey, good shit.
You
Good
have
shit.
met the
Nice.
true biggest of bads. You have stopped the Necronite curse on some of your family members and loved ones. The group has effectively now gained their own new solo Zord that can be used of Castle Camelot.
Gang.
And Frankie has been reconnected to the Morphing Grid in a new color and new form.
Let's go.
So sick.
go.
Wonderful,
Good shit.
amazing. Thank you all for joining us. We'll go around real quick, have everybody tell you where you can find them on the internet, because one of us has to go do adult things and they have to leave in like 5 minutes. So we'll do this as fast as possible. Thank you all for joining us here. Again, I am Gridmaster Arc, or Arc Like Court, all over the internet, and we will start with Hama.
It your boy Hama. I'm Schrodinger, newly crowned teenager and god of all Morphing Grid. You can find me at Hama-sama-kun on all social media platforms. That's Instagram, that's TikTok, that's YouTube, that's Twitch. Twitch, of course, being the most active one because I'm there 6 days a week, making a fool of myself. I also play video games with my boy Alec.
We do. We're doing spooky stuff on Wednesday.
Yeah, spooky scary. It's gonna be fun. That's all you got from me. I have a few other projects in the works, like Hot Asian D&D, and a few other things that I'm on, like Here's a Bastion, run by Alec the boy.
Pluto.
Usually last. Hi everyone, I'm Pluto, non-binary queer bisexual streamer on a quest around every game in the known universe. Opposite Mondays from here, I run a Pathfinder game on my channel called Gods and Immortals, where it's an all non-binary table. And then currently on my channel on Wednesdays, I am now running a magical girl game called Life in a Tower, How to Dismantle the Patriarchy, Get Away with It, and Still Make It to Homecoming. We had our pilot episode of that last week, so tune in for more magical shenanigans, because we left off as they had to all improv their transformation on the spot. It was great.
Krimsin.
Hey y'all, I'm Krimsin Galaxy. Again, that is Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. My pronouns are they, them, she, and they. Today I was playing Gina, the Yellow Ranger, pronouns she, her. And you can find me on Twitter at sin_gal, Instagram at Krimsin_Galaxy_RPG. And this is basically the only game I got going on right now. But yeah, come check me back out here. And that's all I got for you.
Hell yeah. Javante.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Javante, a resident TTRPG goblin. When I'm not here, you can find me on opposing Wednesday nights, where I DM our Dante's Inferno game. Our group has just made it into the Castle of Dite and are currently fighting 2 of the 3 Furies. Aside of that, you can find me off of streams where I do end up hosting a few other games, such as a Marvel game. Also, you can find me on my Start Playing now, where if you want to see me on the other end of the table and have fun with some games, absolutely hit me up. I'm always available to do stuff.
Hell yeah. Brandon.
Hello, everyone. It is I, Brandon O'Brien, poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago, pronounced he, him, or they, them. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet at The Rising Tides, that's TITHES, including my itch.io page, where you can find out more information about Hero Revolution, the Kamen Rider-inspired TTRPG that I am presently working on, which you will get updates about very, very soon, because I had a very cool playtest at Big Bad Con, and I'm very eager to tell you what I have learned from it.
Super cool.
Also, starting this Wednesday, I will be playing a 2-shot of a game that is going to be launching on Kickstarter tomorrow called Negocios Infernales, that is being GM'd by its designer, Carlos Hernandez, and I'm playing alongside a group of very cool game designers and writers. So if you check that out on Wednesday evening at twitch.tv/ArvanEleron, which you can find out more information about on my Twitter, definitely check that out. The game is rad. I want more people to experience the thing. So Wednesday, come watch me do weird things with aliens. So yes.
Alec.
Hello, everyone. I am Alec, or Alec the Bard. You can find me everywhere on the internet under Alec the Bard. And the biggest thing that I got going on right now, beyond the games that I run, Heroes Bastion, Secrets of the Core, Mysteries of the Maw on YouTube, is we are launching our very first Kickstarter on October 23rd to begin our studio productions of our actual plays. So make sure to stay tuned for that. You can find the link in my bio. And yeah, and catch me and Hama on Wednesdays playing spooky games.
And every other day, because we
And
tend
every
to
other
do
day,
shit,
'cause that's what
like,
we do. That's
basically
pretty much
all
what
the
we do.
time.
Yeah.
Again, I was your Gridmaster Arc, or Arc Like Court. You can find me all over the internet at Arc Like Court or Gridmaster Arc. I love playing with all of these wonderful Rangers. I love telling these stories with everybody here. And remember that if it's Monday, it's morphin' time. Have a good one.